taught me how to cook, and now I love it. Brian, you can click next. All right, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And of course, food, right? How many of us love food? We're Middle Eastern, right? Okay. I also learned how to paint, despite lividly hating both cooking and painting before marriage. I guess with Lara Silverman as your muse, all things are possible, though, to be honest, holding a brush staring at a slab of blank canvas is still really boring to me compared to stage performing. You can go next, Brian. Here's just a couple samples. You can keep going. You can keep going. Keep going, keep going. Keep going.
Them now, right?
Keep going. No, I'm not selling, actually. Okay, stop. I also learned videography and randomly started uploading cover songs, which is honestly a miracle, I thank God, given my nonstop neurological pain. As the old adage goes, if you can't practice law, sing. I recently reached stardom by all measurable metrics. I'm signing autographs later, so don't worry, I know you're anxious. Matthew, on the other hand, continued to shine as an amazing professor at SF State, and he turned the big 4-0. Yep, we made it over the hill now, folks, but at least we had some balloons. You can hit next, Brian. Oh, keep going. There we are, there's the youth group. All right, the Boldies never looked so great in capes. Matt also made the Guinness Book of World Records, okay? When Vogue featured him as the first engineering PhD in a fashion show. All right, hit it, Brian. Babe, there comes a time in every marriage where the woman tries to change the man. Let's start with outfits. Babe, just try it.
My love loves going to leak. My shirt, 260 on my shirt, so sexy it hurts.
All right, in case you're wondering, thank you so much. In case you're wondering, I asked permission from Matt to show that fashion show tonight. Now, also in case you were wondering, I consumed my How to Be a Good Wife Manual, edition 6.7, shortly after I pinned Matt down at those nuptials. I also randomly ordered a violin on Amazon on September 4, and I never looked back, screeching at all hours of the night as a newbie the last 150 days, for which I want to thank my wonderful husband and his eardrums. My instinct to learn violin was a total God thing. The beauty of the tone of the violin has helped me express my joys and sorrows in a way that jazz was unable. You will find this interesting as well. At age 10, I quit violin after just 5 months of beginner lessons, and I never owned or touched a violin for 26 years after that. So isn't it funny how God sets stuff up sometimes earlier and then leads you back to certain paths years later when the time is right? God gave me other surprises this year as well. Right when I started creating those 1920s jazz videos as a hobby, my sister's mother-in-law, who knew nothing about my project, mailed a humongous box of 1920s hats to my house from an old lady in her church who wanted to give her costume pieces to a random young person when she died. You can go next, Brian. So here are all the hats you guys have seen in my videos. And those hats literally completed the look and aesthetic I wanted for my videos without even planning it. And I just knew God was saying, look, I know what you and Matt are facing. Take this gift, just like he gave me the gift of Matt. And it gets better. So the morning of Labor Day, Matt and I were literally both crying. That's not an exaggeration. We felt like total losers, laying in bed in pain while everyone was putting their travel stories on Instagram. But then, 2 hours later, we got a text from a really famous jazz band, okay? They asked us if they could visit our home, all right? You might know them, they're called the Boldy Band. Hit it, Brian. And so God sent the 6 of them literally to our doorstep, kind of like how God gave Matt to me right at my doorstep that afternoon. And we had the first of many epic jam sessions. And Matt and I didn't even know that those kids love jazz. Last but not least, how can I forget that I attained my lifelong goal of playing Marie Antoinette, simultaneously forcing Matt to play Louis XVI for Halloween. Hit it, Brian. Ah, yes, there they are. There it was. The esteemed couple. Next. 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 Now, given that Matt and I were royalty, there was only one fitting costume for my parents and my in-laws, of course. That's right, I turned them into a measly pack of M&Ms, folks. Hit it, Brian. As Marie said, let them eat M&Ms. So, despite giving up my career and all the grief that Matt and I were going through, God has given me some great joys amid suffering. The greatest being marriage to Dr. Matt Silverman. I have learned a lot about marriage, and let's be honest, guys, it all boils down to this one thing. You want to know the hardest thing about marriage? Hit it, Brian. Oh, wait, no, previous. One before. Yeah, backwards. The hardest thing is picking a couch color. Yep, this choice literally took 2 months. I'm not even exaggerating. The other thing is when you get upset with your husband's ladies, just give him this face and he'll know something's up. Hit it, Brian. Now, I can confidently say that Matt and I kept 96% of our vows. Babe, what do you think, give or take? So don't worry, all right? The bottom line is God's word is proven true. We can rejoice in suffering despite the losses and griefs, because at the end of the day, God is with you and he's saying, look, I know you're angry about my will on this one, okay? But I'm gonna get you through it. So Matt and I might be in our jailhouse of pain, but we're still rocking. And here's the jailhouse rock. Hit it, Brian.
Doesn't want to play. Posted this one on Facebook. Maybe go back.
You want to sing it, babe? I don't know the word.
Walking through a party in the county jail. The prison band was there and they began to wail. The band was jumping and the drum began to swing. You should have heard this knocked out jailbird sing, let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the whole cell block was dancing to the jailhouse rock.
All right, that's it, you can pause. I will end here, but first I want to thank my amazing parents, Viola and Grace, for tenderly taking care of me for many years. My husband, Matt, for being super attractive. Oh, wait. I meant to say for being a wonderful spouse to me this year. My sister and Theodore, up on the screen there, for providing comical relief when I'm crying. The historical figure who invented stuffed animals so I could send Matt these at his hospital stays. Hit it, Brian. That's a monkey. That was sent to UCSF in due course. Next. Yep, that's a 5-foot-tall giant teddy bear, folks. When you've been hospitalized several times, it calls for it from the wife. I also want to thank Anna and Joel Silverman for embracing me as their daughter, as their own. And my father-in-law, Joel, specifically for doing this. Hit it, Brian. Just dance with it. Need to look front. I'm gonna start singing I'm staying alive. Keep it going, keep it going, switch. Keep it going, keep it going.
Move those hips.
That's my mother-in-law in the background.
Now, Volta.
John Travolta, everyone.
Together.
Yep. All like this. Look at the camera and smile. Woo! Switch the hands. Laugh. Woo! One more. Keep it going. Cooper can get in this shot. Cooper, anything else?
You're wild, Joel Silverman.
Cooper.
Is that good? Is that enough?
You're not a dancer.
I think that's enough. Thank you, Brian. You can pause it. You can pause it.
I'm going to start.
Can you pause it?
I
Thank you so much. Oh, it's the last one. Okay. I also want to thank Alicia Chan and my mom, Grace, for planning this fabulous event with me. My Aunt Rosalie for donating the coffee and dessert. The lovely Margie Chamlian for graciously being our point person and administrative genius at all hours. She literally emails at all hours. She's amazing. And all the church members and my aunts who have provided so much food to me and Matt this year. And can I just give an honorable mention here? Do you want to know the best kept secret in this whole church? I don't know if they're still here, but Anahi Gula Serian makes the most delicious sarma I have ever eaten in my entire life. And the competition is thick on that one, okay? I've eaten a lot of sarma. Honestly, we should have Grammy Awards, all right, when it comes to Lahmacun and Dolma. Calvin, have we ever considered that as like a church building activity, okay? Just imagine the headlines. Armenian church hosts ferocious dolma competition amongst Anjarsis and Kesapsis. Have a fun, oh wait, I guess we're done. All right, we're gonna end it on a couple songs. Please enjoy.